Hello and shalom. Hope you're all keeping well. Um, Thoughts that have been coming to me recently. With all the things that I've been seeing people say on social media and elsewhere, all the people that I've been communicating with, people who are friends of mine and people whom I don't really know particularly well, but I'm connected with online. It seems that there are a great many people who aren't necessarily believers in the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are making it very clear that they are not going to go along with the new system that the powers that be are wanting to introduce into this world. The New World Order. People of very diverse belief systems and philosophies are very aware of what is going on. They're very aware that there is an evil group of people who are wanting to control the people of this world and even drastically reduce the world population. According to the Georgia Guidestones, look them up. The Georgia Guidestones, the inscriptions on this granite monument, indicate that they're wanting to cull the human population by around 7 billion people. People are aware of this, and given the number of different people who are going to refuse to assimilate into this new world order, to accept this new system of governance, I'd like to read you from the book of Exodus. Starting at chapter 12, verse 35. And the children of Israel had done according to the word of Moses, and they had asked from the Ministries, that's the Egyptians, objects of silver and objects of gold and garments. And Jehovah gave the people favour in the eyes of the Ministries, so that they gave them what they asked, and they plundered the Ministries. And the children of Israel set out from Ramesses to Sukkot, about 600,000 men on foot, besides the little ones. And a mixed multitude went up with them too, also flocks and herds, very much livestock. In the first Exodus, in the deliverance from bondage and oppression, and let's not forget that Egypt was the ruling power in the known world at that time. It was a mixed multitude of people who went up with the Israelites. I think it's a very, how shall you say, neglected verse, that verse 38, people tend to consider that it was just or assume that it was just the Israelites, the children of Israel, who were delivered from Egypt. But it wasn't. It was people from other nationalities as well, other nations. Let's not forget that the Egyptians had conquered other nations and taken captives as slaves, and there would have been criminals as well who were sentenced to a life of slavery. I believe with all the people who are apparently aware of what's going on now and refusing to take the New World Order, are refusing or will have refused to bow down to the coming authority, the coming world governance. I honestly believe that we're going to see the same thing happening again. And I'm really excited by it. Because let's not forget that those who joined themselves to Israel, who had seen what was going on in Egypt with all the plagues and had decided that, hey, actually, those children of Israel in Goshen, they were onto a good deal, and there would have been all these other nations who would have obeyed the instruction to put the lamb's blood on the lintels of their doorposts and eaten the Passover meal with the Israelites and made their escape. And these same people would have congregated at Mount Sinai. They were camped there for a year, don't forget. And they too would have been given the commandments, given the Torah at Mount Sinai. And our Father considered them to be part of the nation of Israel if they fully assimilated and abided by his commands. For believers, I think this isn't just a time of coming deliverance, but it's a time of responsibility. There are going to be people outcast with us from the new world system. Who are going to be inquiring about the Father. Great opportunity. I'm going to recommend a video now that I think every believer should watch. It's by a lady called DiNonno. She and her husband James are Philia Ministries, and I will leave a link in the description. It's a video, it's a message called The Restoration of All Things and a Great Harvest. Please watch it and be blessed. All right. Take courage. Keep safe. Shalom.